Hey guys, it's Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Bridget, by the way. Nice to meet you. I'm doing good. Well, it's kind of like a get ready with me date edition, but I'm going to be talking about life updates, things like that, and also mental health issues. That's just kind of just sums it up a bit, but that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get started. I'm usually like, I'd wear like foundation, concealer, and etc., but because it's so hot and I don't really like wearing foundation, I usually just do my eyebrows, and I start with this LA Girl eyebrow kit and this e.l.f. angled brush. And it has like a little mirror in it, so let's just do that then. And about my like hair pulling thing, I think it's this eyebrow here. I've been pulling, which is kind of new for me. That's the wrong one. I never done that before, like pull my lashes, my eyebrows. My lashes are completely gone. Oops. But I'm not pulling on my hair, the hair on my head anymore, which is a good thing. I'm actually trying to grow my hair out long enough so I can actually get like braids or like twists or something, so I won't have to pull my hair. And plus fall is like right around the corner, and I really want to have like box braids, maybe twists or something, just to like sum up the year and help my hair grow a little bit more, so that'd be pretty cool. I'm not very good at doing my eyebrows, but I try to do my best. And I'm sweating, which is exactly why I don't wear foundation anymore, because it'll just sweat off, and that's disgusting. So it's been about 3 months since I posted last, and life has been a bit up and down here and there. I got super depressed again, started cutting again, but that all, like, I can say that kind of just slowly like disappeared, I guess, that feeling. I noticed that I don't, even though I would have like my depressive like episodes, I don't want to cut. Instead I would post on my other YouTube channel, or what else? I'd start drawing or something. I'll actually pick up my sketchbook and show you guys. But that's something I do. Also, I got a new job. I am working with a marketing company, and I go door to door trying to help children in poverty. It's not really my cup of tea, because I'm super shy and I'm super quiet and I shut myself away a lot, so breaking out of that shell is like, it has been super hard. I actually got fired from that job twice, but I kept going because, one, I really needed the job because I'm trying to save up for school, but I'm also trying to save up for myself and like I'm doing something wrong, for like little things that I want, and also to help my mom. But that didn't work out for me, to be honest. I feel like those goals were kind of like too far-fetched. So I got fired on my first day. Then I kind of like pleaded to come back, and they let me come back. And then the second time I got fired was because I lost my attitude in the field. And when I mean in the field, I mean like the neighborhoods we work in. I lost my attitude because going door to door isn't easy, especially for someone like me who's like super sensitive and really I'm not good with like rude people, I can say. I get a lot of I'm not interested, or like they'll slam the door in my face, like, you know what I mean? And some of my coworkers just like brush it off, like they don't care, they don't really know you, so you shouldn't take it personal. But it's like, at the same time, what they tell you is that you're selling yourself, and if you are not doing if you're not producing as much as you're supposed to do, as much as you're supposed to, then there's something you're doing wrong. There's a reason why they're not liking you when they open the door, and it's like, how can I make myself more likable? And I don't know how to do that because that's just how I am, and I'm a really quiet person. And fun fact, my cousin told me when I was really young, like, I never speak to anybody, like no one, and I'd always keep to myself, and she like did not like that about me, which meant like she didn't like me, period, when we were kids. But I never noticed that. But I didn't really care much because I am the type of person I'll sit back and I like to observe people, observe my situation, things like that. I don't like to be out and about around like a big crowd of people. I tend to keep to myself, and that's why this job is getting like so hard for me. But the thing is, my leader now, the one who wanted me back so bad, she did, like, everything happens for a reason. I got fired, but she wanted me back for a reason, and she said it's because she knew I can do it, and I do believe I can do this job. It's just, it's gonna take me longer than everybody else because I'm not the type to go out, let alone knock on people's doors. Like, it's kind of weird, so and embarrassing. So I have to break out of that shell. I'm being like louder, like people don't have to like say, huh, what, like when I speak, which is another thing that I have a problem with because I am really soft spoken, and that's something I have been working on, and I'm way better at it, which I'm proud of myself about that. But I just wish I could produce more. Sponsoring a child is like, when first I was working with Child Fund, and that's about $33 a month to sponsor a child, and that means we can make over about $100 every sponsor. Let's say if we got 2 sponsors in a day, and we work 5 days out of the week, we would have made about maybe $1,000, right? But that's what they're saying. It's not really like, it's based off of commission, so it's not an hourly pay. So if you don't get anything throughout the whole week, technically you make no money. And that's my situation, where I cannot make money because I'm not getting enough sponsors, because of how I am as a person, which I'm not trying to change myself, but I'm trying to get out of, I don't want to say it, that my shell, okay? I'm trying to like break out of that shell. I care too much. I care too much about what people are thinking of me, or what people are saying, or I care too much about what I'm going to say. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, or like say something and I'm rude about it. I've had that problem in the past, and that kind of like makes people think differently about me, which is something I am terrified of, which is also frustrating. But I have been working on that. I stopped caring about what other people say. I go out and wear whatever I want to wear. I say things that I just don't really care about what I say. And another thing, what was I gonna say? Sorry. I also have been making new friends with my coworkers, which is something I'm really good at doing, but it's something I have to be careful of, because as a shy person, I am very trustworthy. I'm not trusting of people, which isn't really good. You shouldn't trust people right away. That's a problem that I have. And being in high school and one semester of college, it's like I stopped trusting a lot of people. I stopped hanging around people because of how they treated me, or how I knew I was going to be treated. And because of that, I can't make friends easy. and that's why I keep to myself. And people find that rude when you're quiet, or if someone offers you food and you say no thank you. People find that rude, and I never knew that, because I've always just tried to be as nice and as perfect as possible. Try not to touch things, try not to make people mad at me, and yeah. But I do love my job. I love the people there. They are very nice. They're very mature. Not like Forever 21, where people were talking about you behind your back, where like, you know, being childish. And sometimes it felt like you were the adult in some situations, which was also very frustrating. Even, ooh, shit, dropped the eyeliner. Even, now, like, people still assume I'm, like, 14, 15 because of my height and the way I dress and, like, the way I talk, or, like, how I am as a person. People think I'm younger than I am, but it's not like I'm not mature. I am really mature. I just don't do certain things that girls my age would do. Like going out to parties. Like today is something that I kind of just wanted to do out of nowhere. I could have said no, but let me just live my life for once and not think that everything I'm doing is wrong, which is something I also do. I always think I'm wrong. So, people do think I'm a kid, or like I'm a teenager when I'm not. It's not a bad thing that people think I'm younger than I am. Oh God. Ooh, that's a mess. It's not a bad thing, but to me it is a bad thing that people assume that I'm like 18, 16, 15, 14, when I'm not. Obviously. But it's just whatever. If that's what people think, that's what people think. I don't care anymore. But yeah, another thing that happened to me, I went to go see my psychiatrist around July, because I was in my little depressive episode where I was cutting and like thinking about suicide again, and I texted her after about 3 months of not seeing her, because I assume that I always think that my depression is just like a phase, you know, like an emo phase. I'm just gonna get over it one day and be fine. I still think that to this day. And I went to go see her, and I guess I was a bit early, so I texted her to see if she'd answer, or to see if I like read her message wrong. She said come Friday. I didn't think she meant that Friday I was there or the next. And she texted me and said sorry, she was with another patient. I was like, okay, that's cool, because I know she does have more patients. I'm not the only person she sees. So I got there, and she I don't know, I told her what was going on, and I told her how I was feeling, how I couldn't like get a job. I haven't been working for about like 4 months before then, and I was like struggling to find like a proper job. And I like vented to her. I said things that I never usually say, and it was like I poured out my heart and my soul to her, and then she like twisted it and was like, you know, this isn't for free, right? And I was like, oh. In my mind, I thought my insurance changed. Maybe she doesn't have my excuse me, maybe she doesn't have my insurance anymore. And that too was a problem, because when she cut me off, it was like, oh, I don't take insurance. I've been seeing her for about a year now, technically a year now, because I saw her 2 days after my failed suicide attempt. because she was the one that said she wanted to see me when I was at the crisis response center, something like that. But I've been seeing her for a year. She's been prescribing me the antidepressants that I stopped taking because they were making me drowsy all the time. She didn't tell me to stop taking them, I just stopped taking them. And then I was like in shock. I didn't know what to say. You know, I've been seeing you for a year now. Now all of a sudden you don't take insurance, and I have to now. Technically I owe you about a year's worth of psychiatrist appointments, which is around $45-$65. So I owe you a heck ton of money. Why didn't you tell me before, when I got my job, that I had to pay? I would have been perfectly fine with it, you know? I have a job, I can pay for things, but I did not have a job at the moment. I just told you that. I just told you I've been going through so much stuff, and now you're throwing like, you know, yeah, I don't take insurance. This is how much it is, this and this and that. And then I just sat there, just shocked. I was ashamed because I should have known better than to assume that my insurance was paying for it. I should have. It's crazy because she was prescribing me medication that my insurance was covering, and maybe that's why I assumed she took my insurance, because I just thought she did, and I'm gonna find out she didn't. She doesn't. So now I look stupid. And another thing, when I'm like with my psychiatrist, I do this thing where I don't say anything, or I'll take time to speak because I don't want to say something wrong. And I sat there quietly, you know, thinking, you know, I was ashamed of myself. So I was just like, wow, okay. I'm just sitting there not saying anything, and then finally I just said, you know what, can I leave now? She was like, can you leave now? And I was like, can I leave now? Like, I just want to go because I didn't want to. And then she asked me, are you going to come by again? And I just said maybe. And I never saw her again. I deleted her number. She sent me a voicemail. I deleted that because I don't, that's why I have trust issues now, because when things like that happen, I'm not ready for it. It came out of nowhere, you know? And I'm not saying she was a bad psychiatrist. She told me to take a break. She told me to not apply for the next class for next semester. Not because she didn't want me to go to college, but because she knew that I couldn't like continue. Which, to be honest, it was a great idea. I dropped out of college for a reason, because I cannot handle it mentally. So that's why I'm taking so much time off, so I can figure out what the hell was going on. And yeah, so I stopped talking to her because I have trust issues now, because I trust people too much, and when I trust people, they hurt me, and it's not really a good mindset to have, but you know what I mean. So now I'm okay, I guess. I'm trying my best to be happy all the time, or to be okay all the time. I'm not like a smile person like every day all the time. I usually have like a straight face, headphones in, minding my own business. That's just how I am. I'm not trying to come off as rude or like mean. I just keep to myself, you know. I like being in my own little world, which is my mind. I like being in my mind. I don't mind it. I did start smoking weed though. That was kind of crazy. I don't really smoke with anybody but my cousins. I smoked with my cousins once, and then with my coworkers. And on Thursday, we were doing like a puff give rotation thing. And I was like, okay, cool, fine. I don't really get high. I don't know how to smoke weed that well. So they're passing the blunt. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm fine. Out of nowhere, we passed 1, 2, 3 full blunts. And I'm watching my coworker next to me roll up a 4th one, and I'm like, no. No. I couldn't read the signs. I couldn't read like I couldn't see nothing. And like my first time getting high, I couldn't really, like, I was going down steps and I was like dizzy, but this time I was just like, I wasn't thinking straight. Like everything was like coming at me in like weird angles, and I'm like, whoa. And then my coworker, we use iPads when we work, so she was holding her iPad in her arm when they dropped us off the first time, and I guess she forgot it was in her arm. So when my other coworker, I'll call my first coworker, when was I holding an iPad, I'll call her Apple, and then I'll call my other coworker Banana. I guess. So Banana was like, okay, can you pass my iPad? And Apple was like, yeah, of course, sure. She passed it to him, and she was like, wait, that's my iPad. And he was like, no, it's not. The whole time I'm like waiting for it to be a joke, waiting for someone to say I'm kidding, so I can just burst out laughing. Because when I'm high, I start cracking up over the dumbest things. It's crazy. So what Apple didn't notice was that her iPad was in her arm the whole time. And I'm like, what? Wait, what happened? I'm like slow, and I'm like trying to figure out what's going on. And when I realized she was holding her iPad the whole time, I started laughing because it was really funny, and she felt embarrassed, which is like normal. But yeah, that's the cool thing. I am doing better in my art. I can actually draw pictures in pen now, which is kind of crazy. I never knew I can do that, which is cool, but I've been doing it a lot. Let me grab that and let me show you what I've been doing. And one more thing, while I was working in Haverfordtown, or Havertown, whatever it's called, there was a little public library, like a little tiny box of libraries, like take a book, leave a book. I didn't have a book with me, so I left one of my drawings, and I left my email on it. The cool thing was somebody found that drawing and like messaged me, and I thought that was super cool. And we need more little libraries like that around, because I thought that was so cute. Hold on. There's this one. Hold on. Let me try and focus it. There's that. The numbers on the pages are like the addresses we wrote down when we're like knocking on doors. There's this one. I tried like a different hair texture, kind of. See? So like I tried like a different hair texture, which was cool. I actually liked it a lot, and so I did this one where like the hair is more defined. You can like see the curls and stuff. I'm not really good at drawing bodies and clothes. This is not me. And then there's this one. I did in blue pen. So yeah, and I have more. This one. I am obsessed with this like hair texture thing, and I started filling in all the empty like space with little designs and stuff to keep my mind occupied. This one. I have more, do I? I think that's it. So yeah. Sorry, I'm not even going for this. That's it. That's it for drawings, actually. I don't really have anything else to say. I got a new job. I got like a seasonal job at a haunted house called Fright Factory. It's in Philadelphia. It's super cool. I went for the interview last Saturday, and I was like nervous because I didn't know how to get in, and I was running late, and plus I'm not really good at like scaring people. I can scare my mom pretty easily, but she's like a jumper even when she sleeps, you know. That's easy, but like literally screaming at people and stuff. And when I went in for like the individual interview, they were like, oh, what cool things you can do? And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, oh, well, on the application you said you can speak Chinese. And I'm like, yeah, I can speak Chinese. Not that great though. I'm not that good at it. I've taken Chinese for about maybe 4 years in high school and a semester in college, Mind you, I was the only black kid in my Chinese class, so I was like the crazy part. So I love Chinese. I love learning the language. I actually want to learn Cantonese too, but it's kind of like weird. Like my family doesn't like that I'm taking Chinese because they think, oh, you're Haitian American, you should be speaking Creole, you should be taking French. And it's like, French was never an option for me as a freshman because the teacher who taught French, he retired, and my Chinese teacher was the French 2 teacher, and freshmen cannot take French 2, and she stopped teaching French my first year. So I was stuck with Chinese. I didn't want to take Spanish because I took Spanish all in middle school, and I've been at my middle school for about 9 years, and it's like, don't you think 9 years is a long time to be learning the same things, like rojo is red and azul is blue and how to say this and that? And it's like, I don't want to learn how to say colors. I want to learn full sentences. I want to learn how to hold a conversation. 9 years of learning the same language, I should be fluent in Spanish right now, don't you think? So I wasn't going to go to high school and be like, oh, I'm going to learn Spanish again. I didn't want to go through that again. So I was like, why not try something new? Learn Chinese. It wasn't hard. I mean, it was hard. It was hard as fuck, but it wasn't too hard once I got used to it. I wasn't really great at studying, but I could, like, if I look at a sentence or like look at my old textbooks, I can easily pick up just like that, which is cool. I do want to continue. I want to be fluent in Chinese because I think it's 5 o'clock. I thought it'd be like a really cool thing to have on my resume or something, or like my portfolio, like I can speak Chinese. I'm a black girl that can speak Chinese. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I went through the haunted house. I'm like scaring people, saying, I like your black shirt in Chinese, like. And the crazy thing is, they told me like, oh, people get scared as shit when you say something in another language because they don't know what you're saying and it sounds all demonic. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And they invited some girl in, one of the older actors, and she was like, she can speak Icelandic, so she was screaming something in Bridget. Ugh. She was screaming something in this Icelandic. Oh my god, I can't speak today. But it was so creepy, and I was like, what? But yeah, I tried screaming, what was it? Washiwan nada nida Hesa Chacha? I don't know. I'm not that great. I'm a bit rusty in my Chinese right now, but that was super cool. I did that. I actually got the job, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm actually going out today with someone from the Fright Factory. It's pretty cool. He's a cool guy. And yeah, so that sums it up. About 28 minutes worth of footage. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, so thanks for watching my get ready with me. It was fun. I enjoy pulling out my camera and talking. I haven't been doing that much lately. I should do it more often. It's pretty cool. Hope you like this video. Give it a like. Comment something. I don't know. Say anything you want. There's 32 of you. I don't know. But that's pretty cool. Alright. I'll see you in the next video. So bye. Losing self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't want to let you know.